what happens if you are inundated with it with demand? If all of a sudden say, "Oh, this sounds really, really good. I want to get involved." So what happens if you've got 25 people turning up next week?
Amazing. It would be amazing once we have advance warning so that we can plan for it.
Right.
All we'd have to do is book out a couple of other pitches.
Yeah.
You
Very
know, and
good. Okay, so
we'd
right.
run a bigger league.
Very good. Okay, so you're in growth mode. That was my question.
Yeah,
I could have
yeah,
asked that question and you go, "Oh, we haven't thought about that," or but so
yeah.
you're in growth mode. So in other
Oh yeah,
words,
no, myself and Tanya
Yeah.
have discussed at length. Like
Yeah.
we see Ballbusters go nationwide, you know.
Mhm.
Like last weekend we went and we played a friendly in Dundalk, and like that's our aim, that we want to be
Yeah.
playing matches. Maybe not every week,
Mm.
but at least every second week.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like that. It was the same. It was a group of girls, the same as ourselves, that actually got in contact with us when we first started it up.
Mm.
A girl from Dundalk, and then she realised, you know what, that's quite far. So yeah, she's just started to do her own thing up there, hasn't she?
Yeah, well, I think they were established as well anyway before us.
Okay, so the next question is, so let's say I'm one of like a girl in Dundalk, right? Or, Carlo. And I say, right, I've got 3 friends who are willing to do this. How could you help me set up something down here? How is it that you'd help? What would be your advice to help set me up down here so that I could do the same thing and work under your umbrella and use your kind of name and just gain from your knowledge and expertise?
Well, I suppose we could do a video call and just give our personal experience, the first thing obviously they'd have to do is find a venue. And
Find a venue.
Yeah, then Emmett has said that, he wants to help a bro, get them in touch with Emmett. And then I think what we found best, so obviously we're in the soccer dome in Santry. So once a week, what I do is I devise a post with our picture on it, and I put it in all the surrounding areas. Like, they'd have a residence group or, English Talks, for example.
Yeah.
And all them similar groups. And we're finding that's really beneficial. Emmett also got us flyers done up. So we did a flyer drop and stuff like that. So just, I'd say, give them advice, and it's going to be tough at the start. It's not going to grow overnight, and you do have to put the work in, but it is worth it. Like, we have an amazing group of girls that come down of a Tuesday and have consistently came back. Like, we've 30 girls there tonight. As I said, we started with 6, and they're there for the social element as well as the football, and that's what we really like to push. Like, after we went and played the Jerry Whelan Memorial Tournament, and we had an absolutely great day. It was so well run. Sean was brilliant. And like after that, we all went to Captain America's and we had dinner, and then after Dundalk, we met the girls and we watched the end of the Dublin match, and then towards the end of the summer, we're planning on going as like a ballbuster out into the Sky Park in Carlingford. So like, we're a lot more than, every Tuesday. There is that social aspect to us as well.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's brilliant because, myself and Emma used to say, like, Emma on Inter Sevens, right? There are 4 pitches, so 14 players on each pitch. So there's 48 players, men, playing on one pitch in 1 hour. 48. So in terms of the return on the size of the pitch, do you know what I mean? It's so beneficial, and the idea of women now benefiting from that hour, 2 hours a week. And now with walking football, I don't know whether you know anything about walking football. I'm close to 50. I'll be turning 50 in December, and I was at a tournament there, an international walking football tournament, and it's so underdeveloped in Ireland that we had to import the Irish team from the UK. So there's a Republic of Ireland Walking Association that's set up in England from all the walking football teams that are already set up there for the last 10 years. And they've selected from trials 2 Irish, a women's team and a men's team because it's so developed over there. And they
That's
came
very
over,
good. Brilliant.
sprinkled some Irish. Linda Gorman actually helped them out on the Sunday, the famous Irish football player.
Yeah.
And so she gave them a bit of a hand. She does walking football with all the men in the Irish section, but they're really trying to grow us over here. We're
Yeah,
well behind the
that's
curve on
amazing.
this. But that's the beauty. And this is the
Yeah.
amazing thing, right? That walking football allows women to join us at over 40. So men have to be over 50, women can be over 40, and there's an over 60s and an over 70s. I'm not joking, yeah?
That's amazing.
That's
Isn't that,
brilliant.
isn't
That's
that
amazing.
unbelievable?
Yeah.
Now,
Brilliant.
one fella was saying to me, one of the leaders, kind of one of the people involved, Steve Shields, he was telling me that he plays now. Look, I'm going to say 69, 70, right? But I could have that age wrong. He could be either a little bit older or just a little bit younger, right? But he's around 70, right?
I
And
hope he's
he's
not
playing.
going to be annoyed, you know, Alex.
No, I don't think he was. He's playing football 4 times a week. Four
Oh,
times a week.
wow.
Like
Fair
4
play.
times. That kind of social football with his friends, and obviously, they're retired, so they have a bit more time. And one of them, he was saying to me that it's great for a lot of old men who their partner might have passed on, and they
Yeah.
start playing, And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, it's it's great if you've lost a partner, but it's also great if you're looking for one too.
Who needs Tinder when you have walking football?
Yeah, so this is the future, and I think that's one of the things myself and Emmett are so excited about, because my daughters, they play, and my son plays, but my two daughters play, and when we go into a park, let's say abroad or even a park here, often we will play a game of football. I'll bring my nephew, and there'll be 5 of us and playing against another team. Do you know what I mean? Like another team of boys and maybe one girl or two girls, and it'll be a full tilt game, full
Yeah.
tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the idea of one day maybe playing with my daughters, in these holiday places, like we
Yeah.
go skiing holiday, diving holiday, a walking football holiday, or football holidays where people can play, because there's different rules, there's different
Yeah.
ways to make sure that people can just enjoy the rhythm, the movement, and the whole football, the feeling that you get. That's all in the future. Like,
Yeah.
golf clubs and gyms are fantastic and they have their place, but you don't get the same adrenaline buzz.
No.
You don't get the same, the
No.
same buzz out of it.
Yeah. There's no better feeling than being involved in a team.